how to go beyond the entry-level role in cybersecurity. Let's have a discussion about this in today's video. Come on, let's talk about it. Hello, and welcome back to Struggle Security, where we are normalizing struggling in cybersecurity. And today, we are going to be talking about going beyond the entry-level cybersecurity role. There's a lot of content on YouTube and on the internet about how to get into cybersecurity or how to get that entry-level role. But today's video, we're going to be talking about not only how to get in, but also how to advance, how to move up, and how to thrive within your role. So let's start off with number one. Let's start off with number one about how to get in. This is more about how to get in. And I think the best advice that I can give individuals about getting into cybersecurity is to do not lie about the experiences that you have. Don't lie about it. Many times people who are newer in cybersecurity, they look at job descriptions and they can see that they have this as a requirement and this other thing as a requirement. They have to be familiar with this type of technology or have this particular degree or this certification. And I think that it's very important for you to align as much as possible to what that job description says without lying. Now, there's a difference between lying and embellishing. Lying and embellishing. Lying is straight out saying something that is untrue, right? So say that you have a resume, you're putting it out there, and you say that you have the Cisco CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Associate certification, but you never really sat for that exam, neither have you studied for it. That is a lie. Or say, for instance, that you had that the requirement on that job description is a degree in information technology. If you say that you have a degree in information technology and you haven't even went to a lick of post high school, college, then that's a problem. That is a lie. But embellishing is something maybe a little bit different. Say, for instance, you worked in a help desk role, you worked in a backup capacity, and say, for instance, someone who was the lead within the help desk organization had left. So you start to take on that individual's responsibilities. So you were not officially serving as a lead, but you were doing the responsibilities as a lead help desk technician. If you put on your resume, hey, I served in the capacity as a lead help desk technician, that is not a lie. That is an embellishment, and that is okay, right? That's something that you actually did, and you gained that particular experience. So I start off by saying, don't lie. Do not lie on your resume, because in many cases, you can get found out, you can get caught. And I've seen many cases where individuals, even here on YouTube, have said, hey, I lied about my experience, I got caught, and I got fired. So that's not something that you want to do in order to thrive and go beyond the entry level in cybersecurity. Let's talk about the next one. Look to recognize problems and develop solutions within your organization and within your role. Many people just want to get into the cybersecurity role, that entry-level role or that starter role within cybersecurity, but they're not really looking at what is the next step. I say that as soon as you get in there, start looking for things to solve, problems to solve. Because you're newer to the organization, you have a fresh set of eyes. You have fresh ideas, fresh sets of eyes. You haven't seen the technology. You aren't familiar with the methodology. You aren't familiar with the processes. And seeing that you are someone new, you can provide a fresh perspective and even improvements to your organization and the processes within your cybersecurity role. One thing that I always suggest individuals who are newer to jobs or newer to roles is to start writing out the steps that were necessary for you to get up to speed on the day-to-day tasks within your role. Say, for instance, you are a SOC or a Security Operations Center analyst, and you're coming into that role and you have to get up to speed on so many different things. Say, for instance, you have to take this training. You have to do this thing within human resources. You have to sign up for these particular accounts. You have to gain access to this particular internal chat form. One thing that's very important is that if you are very new, you can start to list out every single one of those steps, because many times it's not well spelled out. So that can be something where you can list out the steps which were necessary for you to come up to speed on things. And then you can create a document for people who are coming after you. You can share that. That could be a gap within your organization and something that can show strong impact and create kind of like a sense of, hey, this person is a problem solver. They recognize that the process for getting up to speed is something difficult and it wasn't spelled out or formalized. And they formalize that process for people coming on board after them, where now it can be a decreased amount of time for people to get up to speed on the day-to-day tasks or the entry-level cybersecurity roles. So the advice there is to look for problems, look for issues within your organization, and look for a solution for that. Create a solution, provide a solution to your organization, and that will definitely put you in line for promotion and for the next step, right? You won't stay entry level if you're looking for solutions to solving problems on a day-to-day basis. The next one I want to tell you about is networking with peers, not only within your organization, but within your industry. Don't get so caught up with the day-to-day individuals that you work with. That is not the cybersecurity industry as a whole. I would say join different professional organizations like the ISC Squared organization, or even joining a B-Sides and start to speak at conferences or go to SANS summits. SANS has a summit, many different types of summits, whether it's the Oil and Gas Summit, the ICS Security Summit, the Threat Intelligence Summit, the New to Cyber Summit. Join these organizations, speak at these conferences, join these forums for you to be able to network even beyond the organization that you are a part of. Because that's just not something that a lot of us do these days. We don't stay at organizations for the entirety of our careers, whether it's 20 or 30 years, but we might move around. So you being able to network might give you a better understanding of what's happening in the industry from a job role perspective, but also what's happening, I guess, as it concerns emerging technologies and emerging trends. There might be a new technology coming in to the industry that this organization has already implemented, and yours might be coming on the back end to implement. You can get insights from peers across organizations, across the industry, that will equip you to be able to implement that within your own organization. So network, not just within your company or across your organization, but also network across your entire industry. That will definitely help you go to the next level and advance beyond the entry level. And I think the last one that I want to talk about here is that of promote, self-promote. Many of us, we can try to take the position of being very humble, right? We don't want to tell people about the things that we've done. We don't want to display our talents. We don't want to say that I've done this, I've worked here, I've been involved in this type of activity. But at the same time, if you don't promote yourself, many times no one will. Many times no one will. So if you have that GitHub where you have particular scripts to do this certain thing, where you're able to administer security controls for a virtual machine easily using Bash, or say, for instance, you have developed PowerShell scripts in order to do something much easier in cybersecurity, or you might have a methodology for being able to assess host-level devices, host-level Windows devices. Put that out there, make it public, whether on LinkedIn. You can make your own website, you can create courses, you can do content creation on places like YouTube. Put yourself out there, shamelessly promote, so that you are in control of your own personal cybersecurity professional brand. You want to be in control of your brand, so the information that you put out there about yourself allows employers, allows your peers, allows organizations, and just allows the industry to have a better understanding about who you are, and you are in greater control of your personal cybersecurity brand in that case. I mean, I can't tell you as many times as there's been where I have done an interview, or maybe I'm doing something with a customer and they recognize, say, hey, I recognize Struggle Security, and you're the guy from the Struggle Security YouTube channel. I mean, that just already brings a lot of, I guess, cachet, right, within the cybersecurity industry, even before I meet individuals. So shamelessly promote, shamelessly self-promote the things that you are doing within the cybersecurity industry. And again, that will help you advance beyond the entry level or the entry-level cybersecurity role. So those are things that I want to leave you with today. A little bit of a shorter video, but hopefully these will help you to be able to go beyond the entry level in cybersecurity. Thank you for viewing this video. And again, this is Struggle Security, where we are normalizing struggling in cybersecurity. And hopefully this has alleviated one of your struggles. Hopefully you are able to advance, whether you're getting promoted in your organization or going to a higher level role within other organizations. So I just want to leave you with that, and we'll talk more on the next Struggle Security video. Thank you.